Cybersecurity incidents are detrimental to the health of a company. In many cases, serious incidents can lead to data loss. It can also fail the services, operations, and functions of the company. To prevent catastrophic outcomes of a cybersecurity breach, you should have a plan to respond to the incidents. What happens during an incident response? What are the stages and steps? Hi everyone, I'm Elia from Tactics, and today I'm going to talk about the 7 crucial incident response stages. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking the button below. Also, hit that alert bell icon so when we post new helpful content, you get notified. When in the middle of a cybersecurity incident, it's nearly impossible to create a well-organized response to the threat at hand. Thus, an incident response plan needs to be carefully prepared in advance. This will give your organization a fighting chance against the situation as it plays out in real time. To do so, your organization needs to conduct a risk assessment. This assessment should identify and address all the potential threats within and outside your organization. Once the assessment is complete, there should be consistent maintenance to prevent cyber attacks. Organizations that can identify potential threats and determine their severity can prioritize situational management. You can also prioritize which threats are most likely going to cause problems, allowing you to minimize the consequences. By identifying current and potential threats, your organization is better prepared. You will have an easier time to contain the threats. Speaking of containing the threat, that's the next step. Take the following actions. Disconnect infected systems from the internet to prevent data leakage. Change access control credentials to strengthen security. Quarantine identified malware for evidence and future analysis. Disable remote access capability and wireless access points. And create a backup of your data. After you contain the threat, it will be much easier to eradicate it. Now that you've contained the breach, it's time to eliminate it. This is one of the most critical stages of an incident response. In a nutshell, the eradication process involves complete reimagining of a system's hard drive. This ensures that all malicious content is thoroughly wiped and no longer presents for reinfection. Now that you've eradicated all of the malicious activity from your computer systems, it's time to recharge. The main goal of this stage is to bring the systems back online and continue business as usual. You can now restore full service. You need to test, monitor, and validate previously infected systems and networks to make sure that the same assets aren't reinfected. The best thing to do after you recover from a cybersecurity incident is to learn from it. You need to make sure it doesn't happen again. The first thing to do is to create a report detailing a play-by-play review of the incident. This report should answer who, what, where, when, and why the situation happens. Now that you've completed the first 6 phases of the incident response plan, it's time for the 7th and final step. An incident response plan should end with a retesting element. Retesting allows you to fine-tune your plan. You can ensure your plan covers all necessary areas of security within your organization. After you retest, you can use your findings to improve the process, adjust your plans, procedures, and find any gaps that you may not have noticed. If you'd like to learn more about incident response and how to avoid breaches, reach out to Tactics. And you've already made it this far into the video, so you might as well like it, share it, and comment below.